There's two things that I think are worth talking about here, which is, first of all, so, I mean, I've been lucky enough to meet a good amount of famous people, just be in rooms with them. I've met Eric at least once.
Yeah? Where was that? Bro, I hate spiders. There's a spider here.
There's a spider here?
I hate spiders, bro.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Okay. I killed it. I think, probably, hopefully.
I can't, it was...
Was it at Vid Summit?
I want to say it was at Vid Summit, but it wasn't like in the lobby room. I met him outside. He like used his texting notification to say like, oh, if you're in the location, come meet me. And then I went to a location to come meet him and no one else was there. It was just like me, Zach, and Eric. And then some people found him. But when the other people found him, they were younger kids. And I was like the older one.
Yeah.
And I had like a real conversation with him. And all the other kids were like, let me get a photo, let me get a photo, let me get a photo.
Yeah.
Which, okay, so there's two things I want to talk about here, which is, I mean, you've probably heard this. You have a really unique experience where you were able to go from being a fan to a friend, but that's not common. If you introduce yourself as a fan, you will almost always stay as a fan.
Always.
So
yeah.
that is just like for the audience. I've definitely made that mistake before where like, and it's not that there's any issue. You want to be honest. So like, let's say I like someone like Eric, for example, and I meet Eric. I want to be like, the worst thing to do is to fanboy. To be like, oh my gosh, I love you so much. Like, can we take a photo? Can we do this?
Yeah.
But the second worst thing is to act like you don't know who they are. Where you're like, oh, yo, Eric, oh, what do you do? Oh, you do YouTube? Because it's just fake. They know it. So you just got to be genuine. Not like, I really like your stuff. I'm a YouTuber too. And that goes back to that imposter syndrome of like feeling like, if you don't feel like you're a YouTuber, you're not going to feel confident to introduce yourself that way.
Yeah.
But the part of the story that I find really interesting is at the very end, you threw it in so fast, but you said, then I got his number and I texted him and we hung out and stuff. I feel like because you were young, you were like, oh, I have his number, I'm going to text him. Whereas like a lot of people will get a famous person's number and they'll feel too scared to text him. They'll feel like they'll ruin the relationship.
Yeah.
But I get in my head about it, but I try to always contact them because when you have someone's number and you don't contact them, what you're doing is you're kind of like, you're again putting yourself into the fan category because what you're saying is like, I don't think I'm worthy of your time.
Yeah.
Because, and I get why, like, it's not like, if I got Eric's phone number, I wouldn't just be hitting him up daily, like, I'd be an idiot. He'd be like, who is this kid? But, like, I think that's, like, something good you did is, like, you do want to, like, if you get someone's number.
You know what I said to him?
Yeah.
This is how I got his number, because we were at the hangout, and there were other people there,
Yeah.
and they actually asked for his number, and he said no.
Yeah.
He said, I don't just give out my number to most people. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I wouldn't either at that point. No way. I went up to him, and I was like, Eric. I forgot what I said, but I was like, because I went right after everyone else asked him. I don't know why I was so impatient.
Yeah.
Maybe he was leaving. But what I said was, I was like, when I make it in the future, I was like, whenever I need your help with my videos, it would make it easier if I need your help with videos in the future, or when you need my help for videos in the future, because I'm gonna be so big or whatever. I forgot what I said, but I was like, when I make it, you'll need my help for videos and stuff, and when you want to collab with me and all that, it'd make it easier if we or something like that. And I was like, and for tips and stuff like that, if we ever need to talk, you know. And then he was like, yeah, obviously it was not. He was like, whatever.
But he probably saw your ambitious nature.
Yeah, so he was like, sure, and then all that, but yeah, you don't want to like, I mean,
But I think it's just funny. But I feel like you were yourself. You're just being yourself.
I was being myself, yeah.
Like even when you were saying that, you probably like were saying it partially because you believe it's true, but you're probably saying it partially because it's funny and it's like a joke.
Yeah, it's good, because if you just go up and you're like, oh, give me your phone number, it's like,
Why?
Why do you
And even like,
give you my phone?
I mean,
Not even in ego way, not in an ego way, but just like, what's the point of giving you my phone number from?
You can't just when you're Eric, right? Because if you give it to the wrong person, they'll leak it.
It's bad. It's really bad.
You can get. But Yeah, I mean, that is really interesting.
It's strange, bro.
It's really weird.
It's the Lord, though, bro. I would not have been in those positions to do those things if the Lord didn't
Yeah.
provide me with like such amazing connections and relationships and stuff, man.